Live from the final frontier, it's Saturday night. Welcome to our primetime doubleheader here in VRML Echo Arena preseason. Tonight we'll be doing things with a flair, that is Team Flair, as they go toe-to-toe with Rampage. And immediately following that match, we'll be heading across Orbit to catch the match with Team Orbit, looking for their second win of the weekend, this time against a debuting Atlas Megacorp. So on your broadcast booth for these matches, I'm Palidore, casting alongside SputnikKobra and Wit over on cameras. How's it going, Sputnik?
It's going great. How's everyone doing tonight? And I'm going to assume that you can't respond, which you can't, so everyone's doing great.
I'm sure they can respond. It'll just take them a few extra seconds over on the Twitch chat. So at the moment, we're looking at maybe switching servers, it looks like here. So we're going to be a few minutes. We had the teams initially in the lobby, and then, you know, how it tends to go sometimes. We're like, we don't like this one. We're just going to go pick another one. And so we're like, okay, let's do it. So, hey. Chat already filling up with some people here. Hello. Got BTS, Rock Tour, Andy W, Virtual Reality. Audience is looking good, at least in my head. Glad to have you here. Palidore signed your flan.
That's custard.
Sign your custard? I don't even think that's physically possible. But we'll do it, sure. I have a marker actually right in my hand. That's how I label the teams on my monitor. I just take some packing tape or scotch tape and, yeah, old-fashioned way. That's my physical overlay on my monitor. Ducky also in the chat. Hello. Quack, quack. How's it going? Sealable bag. Sign your pizza. Have you finally gotten it yet? That's the question. I'll sign it if you have it, but I have my doubts. Boozy all up in the stream as well. Stream regular at this point. Definitely appreciate seeing you throughout the week, keeping me somewhat sane. So yes, just waiting on those invites. Hint, hint. Not that anyone from the game is actually listening to it, but, you know, hopefully they didn't forget about their casters. That would be kind of bad. Ignite only sells briefs. Do you actually, though? Because if so, how about that endorsement deal? I can be bought, especially if it's for Ignite underwear. The catch is I hope it doesn't ignite, the underwear that is, because that would be really bad for business. In fact, if that's the case, you can actually say, hey, liar, liar, pants on fire, if you're wearing Ignite merchandise. That's only if. So I know Dash is also around, hopefully in their lobby, gonna get us an invite. But otherwise, yes. How's it going, Sputnik? Throw something at me. Yeah. All right. Hey, we got ourselves an invite, so there you go. This is progress, my friends and folks. Ryan Rhino. He wants an Ignite shirt. Why not? Can't hurt. Yeah, those baseball jerseys. Remember those Ignite jerseys at OC6? Pretty fire, must say.
So, Palidore, what did I miss?
Your fan that you didn't turn off. That's what you missed. Might be hearing it a little bit again. Just a little bit, though. No worries. We haven't started anything quite yet. We're just getting back in the servers, so it's no worries. No hurries. Okay, yeah, gonna get this match back up for Wit to get in. I'm in the match. Are you in the match, Spot?
Yes, I am in the match.
Okay, good. And it is... oh, not showing up. Okay, so Wit, I'm trying. Not successfully. You might have to get Dash to try it because it's just not hosting for me. For some reason. Alright, sorry folks on stream, just, you know me, my multitasking, I'm getting like dramatically better throughout the week, but there's still almost only so much I can do. See, I start flubbing my words and my spellings on things if I'm not thinking with that one-track mind. Believe it or not, I'm getting to the point, not that I'm ever phoning it in, but I'm just saying, I'm getting to the point where I could almost practically autopilot the play-by-play stuff. It's become that natural over these, I don't know, 20 hours of casting the last 5 or 6 days. So, a lot of practice in a very short amount of time. It's been useful, if nothing else. Don't worry, I'm not here to phone it in. I'm here to make you cringe with my puns and my rhymes all day long until you're tired of me. But until that day comes, I'll be here. Casting all these games and doing so happily. It's really nice to see all these new teams, new faces, new places. Always an enjoyable time, and I'm getting pinged again. Palidore refresh. I have refreshed. I'm in the mesh. Yep. I'm good.
All
So
right,
Wit's
sounds like
in.
we're good.
Sputnik's in.
We're all here.
The gang's all here. All right. Good. So yeah, looks like we're about to start now. We got one team readied up. We got our casters in position. We've got Dash floating around somewhere on the sideline as a semi-referee today, just in case we have anything that needs communicating, so that's always handy. And again, SputnikKobra here by my side, Wit on cameras, production as well, and good sportsmanship, people wishing themselves, or each other, as well as themselves, some good games, good fun. And let's get this one done on this Saturday night delight. And see what these two teams have to offer here. Flair won their first game earlier in the week. Rampage came up a little bit short, but had an impressive outing. We're going to see coming out of this joust on the first one. It's going to be off that backboard, and maybe, nope, Skinny's going to get that one and find his teammate. It's Vlastro over there going deep into that 3 point, but no, it's going to be off the mark. Now Boost coming through, defense taking place. Chrome Platypus is going to be there. So back and forth action so far, but it would seem.
Yeah, not a lot of organization. I'm just watching and trying to figure out what they're doing.
Well, same here. And it seems like who's seeing Ducky saying you're seeing 3-0 on the score? I'm not seeing that. It's fixed. Wit saying it's fixed. Thank you for pointing that out, good sir. And Grumpiest Broom. Speaking of cleanups, it's the Broom trying to clean that up into the other side as it looms. And then the stack coming through. The stack with the attack off the back, but no, not in there. So out it goes for Skinny, slapping it out as another stack, and Boost comes by for the Flare guys, and they're going to take that and up to the top ramp where it's going to be some more pile-ups. Now maybe a one-on-one, but getting the stun. Skinny TG finding that clear into the other tunnel now, where all three kind of lurk, and now Chrome Platypus going to find a pass nicely over to Shepard, trying to find that mid area. Rosie's going to take that one down the male slot, but no, just off. Still Vlastro the recovery, but the save, and almost in, but manages to stop the momentum. So good job by Shepard, the ever-present goalie for Team Flare. Now perhaps as the boost comes in, trying to get that one through to his stack. That was nicely, and now the reset out to Skinny TG and into the mid clear and intercepted again. So really back and forth action. It's just such a fast pace at the moment.
Yeah, neither team is slowing it down. They're just playing at this very fast pace and making a lot of errors along the way.
Maybe a result of just the brief intermission of sorts that we took to switch the servers. Who knows? Either way, though, these are two very, very talented teams full of players top to bottom who are very experienced with this game. And finally, the first shot caption, getting that one on the dot for the 3 for Rampage.
Flare had two long shots on goal before this first score. And if they would have slowed it down, they would have probably had a score within the first minute.
Instead, it took almost 3 for either team to score. But Shepard is going to move that up and just take a little anchor as that stack hangs back in the mid area. And it looks like, nope, they're going to get split up, actually. So BTS, I've seen that in the chat. See, you're distracting me. But now, up to Shepard, up to Voodoo. Off the backboard, but not getting that too. So Rosie's trying to slap it, not getting the clear. And all those pileups of players. Look like 9 of them all at the same place. But now it's going to somehow turn into a 3-on-1 at the goal. So that was kind of an interesting turn. The gigantic dog pile just outside that bubble, but then it turned into a 3-on-1 actually for Flare.
A lot of physical play. Both teams are playing hard, and they just need to slow it down and play more collectively.
And just 1-point game, so plenty of time to do so. But those dog piles for sure can be dangerous and, you know, kind of a gamble if nothing else for both teams involved. But now Grumpiest Broom gonna reset it as he gets stunned. That was a nice look. Chrome Platypus finding a pass, maybe, yes. So he's gonna have the open 3, a little bit too high. Voodoo can't connect. So instead, Caption may be able to collect that over for Rampage, and he will. Finding Skinny now. One of those missed opportunities you talked about earlier. But maybe buying themselves a new one, actually. So they renew chance at the disc, at the shot, but getting punched instead. Shepard will still recover that. Find a bounce pass deep, but cut off by Vlastro. BTS now. This time I actually meant to say him. He's wondering where his Kango merch is at, and I have the same exact question. Where's mine? So Chrome Platypus will find that pass way up top to the ramp. Now some nice man marking will result in an open attempt. Caption might be there on the return, as well as, no, Rosie actually getting her own miss, floating on down from top to bottom, as she has 2 teammates on the bottom or near it, inside that bubble. Blastro first, second over to Caption, cannot put that one in. So now Skinny. Some good patience here. It's more so on the conversions. They're not able to get that shot clear on through. But maybe this one, nope, off the pass, so it's going to be Skinny. A lot of passing, just not a lot of converting until right then Blastro. Finally, it's up and in off that assist from Skinny. There's about 6 different passes in there that could have been assists.
They scored as Chrome Platypus came back into the play. If you were watching, his arm bugged out, and he
I did see
shot
that.
outside the bubble. And when they had that man advantage, they didn't take the shot. But as soon as he came back in, they got the score.
Yeah, that was some crisp passing there. And now a crisp shot. Rosie Hope putting that one in there from the bottom. So Rosie, as I recently learned, for as long as she's been around the arena scene, this is actually her first competitive season in a league. I was kind of surprised by that. I thought she played elsewhere, and I think it's the same for Vlastro, I believe. So 2 players who are certainly really long-time veterans, but have not, you know, joined the seasonal play until just recently. So it's really great to have them on board. So now it's going to be a save there from Skinny, just hanging in the back line. Skinny TG, another longtime player, actually one of our compadres over on Eclipse, helps out with the coaching team on the coaching scene for the new players in this league. And certainly his experience and his know-how will play a role for his team. And now,
They
looks
took
like a
it too
clear.
slow. Caption missed the pass, and Grumpy was able to pick it up and create a lot of space down in the other end, and they had all the time in the world to get that too.
Racing in there, like a couple of race cars, flying cars, I suppose. Weren't we supposed to have those by now? In any case, they made their way down the floor. They got that score and find themselves at 4 points, 7 for Rampage, so ahead by 3 as they roll out here. It's going to be Skinny QBing, delivering to Rosie, but Rosie getting stunned. Now an open 3, but no, because Skinny TG is there on the recovery. Now Rosie on the other end, crossing it on over. She's going to be bothered here by the stack, so needs to get rid of that. It may bounce down low into her teammates' hands, luckily for them. But now they need to split apart and find their avenues, or else they're going to be in trouble. And it looks like that is, in fact, what will happen. Now, luckily, though, Skinny, so again playing that back line safely, gets it to Rosie. She's going to take that in, but going to be saved by Shepard, the goalie. That's a nice grab there on that attempt, just going head-to-head with Rosie and coming out ahead that time. Now, Rosie, of course, scoring the 2 points last time, but no, it's going to be that shot from deep from Voodoo, working that Voodoo magic to tie it up at 7 apiece.
A lot of scoring in transition from Flair. As soon as they get it, they go for the long shot. And it might not be the best strategy, but in this case, it paid off.
Yeah, that was, he shot that one with a lot of flair, and it just got right up in there. Skinny now on the launch. No stack for Flair, so they're going to be able to get this pass. However, it's a bit astray, so had more time to line that up perhaps. And a tap pass over to Caption. Caption making it happen right over Shepard that time. Now, Shepard has had a couple saves already, but that one unable to get it, so Vlastro assisting Caption on that to go up by 2. Now, hello again also to the people in chat further joining us. It's Dash now in there. What are you doing in there, Dash? Kim Zul, Gamer Boy as well. Strong outing from him last night. Now, as this approach goes on for Flair on the offense now, a chance to tie it up again, and it will be the tie, in fact. Right back to 9 apiece.
I'm hoping that the rest of the series plays out exactly like this game. It's been a great one so far.
As advertised, I know Dash was looking forward to this one. Certainly, you know, we have a lot of people that we know in this game, especially, and have, you know, friendships with, and we want to see both teams win if we could, honestly, but cannot be the case. So instead, we're just gonna have to call it like we see it, and so far, we're calling it as the competitive game it is. Living up to expectation, and hopefully it does continue that way as floating on through, Blastro getting stunned, Voodoo getting stunned, so now going to be Rampage, maybe, but no, the nice stack. Grumpy is going to have that one-on-one to go up by 2 for Flair.
Capitalizing on mistakes and playing in transition. I haven't seen one score from Flair with that had solid bubble offense. It was all play in transition.
Yeah, I thought down low, Vlastro had that no problem, but then the stack just coming right up, creeping on him, stealing that one and dumping that in the goal to take the lead. Now with 10 seconds, they need to act quickly here. Oh, but the missed pass, so that might be the end of this round indeed. They get that off and one more Hail Mary, but will not. So the 11-9 first round victory in favor Team Flair.
Flair came from behind and took the win. Not what I expected, but a great job from them. They definitely played in transition. They played physically. And every chance they got that disc in the blue end of the court, they took a long shot, which didn't pay off for the majority of the round, but in the latter half of it, it took them to the win.
And over on the scoreboard for that win, it's Voodoo leading the way with the 5 points and 2 assists for his team. Grumpiest putting in 4 points, 1 assist as well. And Chrome Platypus, the 2 points, 18 stuns. Shepard playing that back line, so no points, but the 2 saves, and they were nice ones indeed. And in the context of, well, the math, game-winning saves in essence, they were important ones. Every single save counts for sure. Now, over on Rampage's side, it was Rosie and Vlastro with 2 apiece, but Caption leading the way with 5. But 3 of the 4 players, Rosie, Vlastro, Skinny, finding themselves with an assist, and Skinny playing that back line with 4 saves, as well as plenty of interceptions. But now, on that joust, it's going to be knocked loose to the sidewall. Caption trying to break loose off that sidewall before resetting to Skinny in the corner pocket. So up it goes, Vlastro finding Caption, but sails past him. It's now Rosie trying to steal that one. And now Vlastro actually will, and he swings it through. Going around that pole like a fire pole for the dunk.
Shepard's not happy about that. He came out of goal, he thought he had the disc, and he got double teamed, stunned, and Vlastro got the dunk.
Yeah, so almost insult on injury on top of insult on injury. But Shepard is going to roll out and try and undo any of that damage with a good offensive set right here. So it will get to Grumpius. Ultimately, he might have a lane, but no, he tries to duck through, but from behind there was another assailant there to stun him and force the disc clear. Andy W., you stop that now. Voodoo, gonna take the disc. He's gonna look for his lanes. Maybe down low, maybe back. We'll go back instead, so good recognition. Finds Shepard. Now Grumpius with the disc, and Grumpius is gonna go way down low, so interesting formation there, kind of taking up that square initially from top to bottom, but it will not result in a approach inside bubble, but it will briefly be recovered, and then once again by Voodoo. So good secondary stack from Team Flare, and Chrome Platypus is gonna find that pass, maybe an angle, but no, defense retreating, so forcing that second pass. Grumpius going down into the bottoms of the goal for the 2 and the tie.
Great plays. Finally, a play near the bubble that resulted in a score. So I'm happy to see that. Good job, Flare.
Grumpius being assisted by Shepard there, and Grumpius having the 6 points so far in these 2 rounds. So Caption is gonna find Rosie. Rosie looking down low, trying to mosey it over to her teammate, but no, because Blastro will lose that one, and now away it goes into Voodoo's hands. Voodoo trying for the stun, but it might pay for that one. And no, because Skinny's coming through. And now, Caption, will he know what to do? Yes, it will be a dunk, in fact. And, well, 4-2, right back in the hands of Rampage.
They're not taking shots on Caption anymore. With 5 saves from the first round, they don't want another repeat of that. They're going to take a dunk every chance they get.
Absolutely. Those ones, anything you can take from that middle area in front of barrier or dunks, those are typically your highest percentage shots, as long as you can get that first pass through. That is sometimes the issue, because teams are getting so much better with covering those. But if you can get those shots, get those passes from that area or attach the goal, that's about as highest percentage of a chance as you're going to get. Now Grumpy is going to assail that defender, but instead it's going to be cleared from Rampage there. Blastro getting that one, and now, well, Stacks quickly. There's one at goal there, so Blastro recovering, has a teammate, Skinny. Oh, off the backboard, what a shot. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but you know what? It went right on in. What was that?
That was a reverse windmill backboard shot. That was a slap. That was phenomenal.
He reversed it, yeah, off the backboard, and I don't think I've ever seen a dunk quite like that, but hey, there's a first time for everything, and you know what? VRML, it's a season of many firsts. So, Skinny TG taking that one, the geometry teacher, apparently, but cannot find anyone but the enemy team. Shepard's going to take that one over, trying to take advantage of the numbers off the fast break, but no, because the defense retreats, and now Platypus to Voodoo. Voodoo back to that center area, but Grumpy is getting dove upon Shepard. Oh, the headbutt! So too much clustering going on in that goal. Not able to get it through all the domes of the players that are roaming around the floor. Now Grumpius, though, for one more, and into that corner slice it will go to bring them within 2.
So crashing the net, a viable strategy. But in that case, it was right off the head of Chrome Platypus. So a save should be awarded to him.
Yeah, I'm sure Shepard appreciates that one on a deeply personal level. Anyway, Rosie Hope is going to quickly get rid of that one to Blastro down low. Blastro is going to be defended. Grumpiest Broom on the approach, but actually sails past him, so that enables this back pass, and right back to Blastro. Nice disc movement from Rampage. Nothing else. They're working their patience here. They have 5 minutes left in the second round, and they're up by the 2 points, so not enough to really start, stalling or anything like that, but certainly they want to get the best possible shot if they can. So see if that will happen for them as Blastro backs it out to Caption. Caption looking for Blastro on the return. Maybe backboard. No, goes instead to Shepard's hands. So maybe the extra pass not being looked for there, and as a result, Shepard doing what he does, and then trying to do what he does on that shot was Chrome, but not going through. So instead, another clear, another series of boosts. Rampage loose, but no, Shepard cannot collect. And now it's 3 guys there. Rosie gonna take that. for Rampage, but no, cut off. Platypus. But still Vlastro there off the backboard, and in it will go. Oh, the second attempt, just catching the defense off guard. They were trying to reposition inside the goal, but then the shot just went out unexpectedly, and they couldn't save it in time. So that's a 9-point advantage, well, 9-4 advantage for Rampage with 4 minutes left.
Great move by Flastro, great call, and now they're up by 5.
Yeah, a bit of risk to that one, but honestly, if you see the defense at times with their head completely turned and scrambling like that, it's not always a bad idea, and it did pay off in that event. Now going in, Chrome Platypus, gonna shoot that on the stun goalie. Nicely done. It was Shepard in there bothering and running interference to enable that one.
Finally, some good bubble play. You know, good attempts at goal, good spacing, good passing. If they were able to pull that off in the first round, it might have been a different game.
Yeah, and as it progressed deeper into that first round and into the second, we certainly have seen the recollection. Is now trying to recollect its caption and sending it back. Good patience again. I do kind of like that because it would have been a tough angle to find anything. So nice positioning. Now as it goes down low for an easy deuce. Vlastro, the 2. Gotta love it. And you know what? We've seen a lot of that too in Pizza League, for instance, when you're trying 4v4. Even though it wasn't obviously, standardized teams, you would still kind of see that effect where the first few minutes was sometimes scrambled, but then after a few teams got in their flows, found their positioning, finding their shots, maybe not in this case, but you would see that unfold, and it would just take a few minutes for teams to kind of catch their breath. And now off the backboard, but save. This time, Shepard does not want to let that one through like the one earlier from Vlastro. But Vlastro's going to work that into the bubble. He needs to get rid of that. The stack was short range and just on the attack forced that. But Skinny playing that back line as he has been for a lot of this match. So Caption's going to return it to Vlastro, but have it stolen by Grumpiest, but taken right back and back again. Some deja vu all over again as Vlastro takes it back one more time for Team Rampage. A nice tap pass. Cannot find a teammate, though, so Shepard will find a clear. And now it's actually going to go into that 2-point zone, and then putting it home is Chrome Platypus.
Flair's refusing to give up. They want to take this series 2-0.
Yeah, that's the hope. No matter what, the rosy hope, trying to prevent that from happening. But Skinny is gonna just as well look down, find that passive Vlastro. So fast rollout, actually. Rosie might have a one-on-one from that corner, swinging it in for the dunk on the right side. She could have gone either way, but she went the right way. Oh, and yeah, it worked out quite all right, I would say. So 13-8 for Rampage. They have about a minute 15 once this launch goes off to make this happen, to close this out. You're looking at a game 3 where either team is still in the game. It's still a minute left to play now. So Rampage trying to defend against this, and they will. Vlastro a good punch, swinging through, and Caption as well, looking for that clear. Nice one as well, too. Did you recognize the potential intercept if he sent it just directly down the tunnel? So instead, he went down middle. But now recovering only briefly. Grumpiest and Voodoo there to have that sail into the other side. Now Shepard's down there, but the defense recollecting. So, they overshot it. And that was an important possession for Flair to stay alive in this second round. Now they still have a chance, but they need to make something happen fast, and by fast I mean right now. Unable to, so now the window beginning to close on the second round as a defense comes through from Rampage. So now they're finding their footing, their foothold, and their stronghold on defense, defending their home, defending their goal, just like that one. Rosie Hope with it, the clear, and with it, the victory in round 2. So game 3 we will be going to Rampage and Flair.
Great game. Flair just cannot get past this strong bubble defense of Rampage.
And that was fantastic. I love the defense, especially at the end. Flair with a couple missed opportunities to maybe score and bring it back, so they'll have to recollect themselves as well. But
definitely the highlight of this match was Vlastro's inner backboard shot from way outside the 3 range.
That along with Skinny's windmill, backboard, no look, reverse, spinning, contorting, dancing dunk that he did. I might have gone too far there, but it was nice.
I think it was the I hit that and it went in the goal move. I think that would have been the more accurate way to describe it.
Yeah, fair.
I mean, he just threw his arm.
I'm sorry, I meant flare.
he just threw his arm back, and it was perfect. A perfect windmill, perfect slap. One of the highlights of this match.
Yeah, that one, and as you said, that three from the last row, it definitely bought them some much-needed momentum. All right, so as we get set to roll out, hopefully everyone here is ready for that game 3. Everyone in the Twitch chat and active tonight, and all week long for that matter, as this disc goes sailing into Flair's zone. It's going to be contested there, Caption as well as Grumpiest and Chrome. Gonna be a partial clear, but gonna just hang around, float there in middle, lingering. Now, nice stack coming in fast from Flair. Might get there, but the overshoot again. So we've seen that a couple times in the last minute, towards the end of the last round, the first overshoot, and now another one to begin the third round. Might have cost them 2 points if you're Flair. They will fortunately recover though. And now maybe a mail slot, but no, a little bit too premature
Flair,
on that shot.
Again, they're still taking these long shots that they should just slow it down.
Ooh, Skinny. Possession. Looking for a bounce. And yeah, I agree. They're kind of rushing some things and looking a little bit frazzled here as the rebound, just sails past the hands of the Rampage player. But at last, Caption is going to find that down low. Backing out, and I'm really, really liking the offensive patience here from Team Rampage. Oh, the dunk, but no. Trying for the cross and dunk attempt, but it was cut off. A little bit too risky of a pass there in such close proximity to that goal. But now, in close proximity of each other, it's going to be recovered there. Knocked loose. One more time off the head. It is in a dangerous place as a slap clear goes partially through, and then the second one is going to find that clear. And now a boost. Shepard has a partial one. Not very fast, though, so it's still kind of anyone's game. And it looks like, yep, it's going to be taken there. Nope, also missing it, so mishandles. I thought Rampage had that, but luckily Rosie Hope recognizing the fact and positioning herself in a perfect midfield place to find any clears that went that way quickly, just like that. So Skinny is going to be on the attack. Maybe a cross pass. It will be, and a shot for the first 2 in round 3 for Rampage.
Good solid play from Rampage. Good bubble offense. We've been seeing it from them all match, and we're going to continue seeing it till the end.
I am really, really liking, I've said it a couple times, with the passing plays. It seems like they're really, you pointed out Flair at the moment, and for several minutes now going into the last round, have been a little bit rushed on some of these shots, and it's resulted in those intercepts and these clears. Whereas Rampage, they're getting the disc, and they're resetting, and they're finding their slow approach. They're finding that 4-man approach to buy them these cross passes into the easy goal. Now that said, Flair did cut off one of those approaches earlier on as well, but just relentless on the rebounds and then recollecting. So very good poise being shown by Rampage, and now Rampage trying to make some noise, maybe with another rebound, but no, it's going to be Grumpiest denying that with a stun, but Caption back with another one, rebounding that one from his teammate, and well, there you go, 4-0 lead for Rampage.
I don't know if the pass to the stunned teammate was a good move, but it definitely wasn't the best move.
Well, it was kind of a case of Grumpy diving upon the player and then stunning him out. That's something Grumpy is really good at. I've realized and recognized, and watching him play over the months especially, is he's very, very conscious defensively about those dives on those passes. He will go right for the brawls, knock those discs loose, and clear it every time, just about. Now, obviously, that time didn't play out that way, but he did still get there on defense nonetheless, and that's what Grumpy does. But nonetheless, you see Rampage here. They're going to recollect, as I was mentioning earlier, Caption receiving that pass, but just the slow approach, ducking on through, so maybe that one a little bit too quick, but Skinny's going to still be there for a slap return, going to float around, and now it's going to get to the hands just briefly of Caption. Knocked all kinds of loose, double stuns, triple stuns, in fact. Caption, some of the players even asking what this is in the game, but now Skinny's going to find that one, and off, not on the mark for the pass, actually. Skinny's still there in the back on the recovery. Ever reliable is Skinny on that back line. And now finding their forward pass, but too clumped up is Rampage that time.
A lot of brawling in the goal as the goalie tries to stop that boost.
There's kind of a war of attrition there over at the orange goal for Flair. Rampage trying to make their moves, but just winning out at the end of that one. Now Grumpiest is going to look for the shot, might get his own rebound. It's going to go out a second time, but no, he's going to get stunned. So did not get rid of it. And Vlastro, as a result, will find that partial clear that stays on this side of the floor, however, if only for a moment. Rosie looking for the double clutch, trying to evade the defenders. Shepard ducking through on that recovery, going for the bounce shot. Is it gonna be in? It has a shot, but the save caption, that was clutch. 5 minutes left in this third round before precarious 4-point lead for Rampage. They don't want to concede any goals like that one, but they will. So now it's a 2-point game and cut in half just like that.
A long shot, and it was in, but I'm not happy seeing these long plays. They should be slowing it down. They should be playing to the bubble.
Well, that one did happen to work, but only because they caught him out of position for once. It seemed like some of their earlier rust runs, you know, the defense had time to recover on the stacks. That time found the gap, and now Grumpiest Broom maybe trying to tie this up for his team. Now the two expose the recovery and reposting that one into the goal for the tie. So in that case, they had two offensive players for Flair just sitting there over by the barrier. And that's a really dangerous game you're playing if you allow that to happen.
He was able to get his rebound and put it right back in.
Yeah, stunned out, no momentum, but still the wherewithal to nail that shot. So now rolling out after some back-to-back goals from Flair is going to be a Rampage. Vlastro handling the disc over in the corner pocket. Rampage just leaving themselves. Oh, actually now coming up on the offensive player. So maybe a number situation if they can capitalize fast, but no, instead maybe backing it out. A little bit too slow of a pass, so it's going to actually find Voodoo's hands, but caption right back. Now it needs to find a teammate wisely to Vlastro. Maybe slowing it down here would be to their benefit. That's what worked for them in the past. Right now they find themselves getting stunned an awful lot as these passes are coming through. So now maybe a momentum shift in favor of Team Flair. All right, so right there, now what Skinny needs to do is look for a stack to break up as a shot goes through, enable his teammates some time to buy the goal, cannot, so instead, they had the time actually, but just couldn't make it and couldn't find a boost fast enough to rebound or recover. They'll still find the disc once more, find Bowtie, Captain's gonna be there, but again, the approach without a positioned out player inside the bubble, so the reset smartly done to Vlastro and Skinny, and now going down low. Rosie's stunned, however. Grumpiest Broom, talk about those dives on defense. That was an excellent one right there. Will sail towards that side wall where Grumpiest Broom gets the brawl, and now the pass, but Rosie Hope is going to take that and clear it. Looking for a stack with Skinny. Just no overshoot, and they're good. And as I say that, we see that overshoot indeed. That's the one thing they needed to avoid. Luckily for them, they will not pay, at least immediately. And just as I say that, the commentators curse back in play. But now a 3-man stack, as well as a 2-man from Flair. They'll get there first and find the 3-point bomb from deep.
Again, solid play in transition. They were able to stop Rampage and play the game their way, which is long shots and boosting.
What we saw from Team Flair back towards the end of the first round, or second round rather, and then we saw it towards the beginning of this round even, is that they overshot the disc a couple times, which cost them these easy open goals. But now Rampage, just the same, they had an overshoot there when they had plenty of time to get there on the stack, but the overshoot is what cost them also the lead, an open goal. And so now they find themselves down 3, whereas they could have been up 2 very easily on that play. Now they still have a minute and a half just about to recover. Rosie's going to find that disc in the tunnel and actually look for a deep shot, but off the side wall. Maybe still recovered. Trying to find their positioning. They need to find a soft pass, and that was exactly as soft as it needed to be to find anyone because it was a no-looker. But now going back into the mid area where they still have Skinny overseeing the back line. So we want to see with a minute 14. Get some good passes, but no, that was a great grab from Grumpiest. Excellent pass, but Grumpy even better on that just recovery, the defense, the hands. It's exactly what he's so good at. And now the stack, need to be aware of that. If you're captioned, he will find a deep cross. And now the disc being lost. So it's gonna find a dog pile, but slowly into the hands of Skinny. 47 seconds left, another intercept and a clear. At this point, Flair might be in control if they cannot overshoot this one as well. The shot going through, saved by Rosie Hope, so their hopes are still alive for a team, but only just briefly. 30 seconds left, and what they need to do right now is cause a turnover, find a clear, but they're going to need a 3 no matter what if they manage to cause it. Now there's a turnover. Can they get the clear? Can they get the boost? More importantly, it's not a cleanest clear, so they're going to need to act fast. It's going to roll right on back, and then to the hands of Grumpiest. Skinny, there's only 14 seconds left. And right now, we're going to need some more Hail Marys at play as this gets mishandled. Going to float off into that panel, and Grumpiest is there. So now Vlastros are there on the recovery, but with 3 seconds left, there's just no time to work with, and that's going to be game, set, match for Flair, 2-1 in this series versus Rampage. What a game, though. That was a thriller. Got distracted listening to these teams right now, chatting a bit. Mostly friendly, except for a person. If you're in the Echo community, you might be aware. But anyways, for the most part, really friendly talking going on here. And just a great game. 2-1, came down right to the final seconds. Flair just pulling through at the end. Rampage, so very close. But a lot of strong signals there. I think Sputnik, it was just kind of mentioned some of the frazzledness and just getting a little bit, a little bit beaten towards the end on some of those turnovers and, the passing plays. It seemed like kind of a reverse of what we saw in round 2, whereas Flair was getting a little bit displaced by the defense of Rampage. In that round, Rampage got displaced by the defense of Flair. So much stunning and things like that.
Yeah, it was a great game, a physical game. It was interesting to see Flair just continue to play physically, play in transition, and unnerve Rampage and get them to fail in the bubble, get them to screw up, send bad passes, and they just kept the pressure on, and they were able to win the match.
Absolutely. And now on that note, real quick, we'll just run through the stats, but then we got to go to the next match right quick. Vlastro, game high, 11 points for his team, but on the other side, Grumpiest Broom with a 10 on the victory as well. Lots of saves from Skinny with a 6, matching Shepard 6 on the other end. And, well, yeah, okay. That being said, we don't want to keep the other team waiting too much, but again, strong effort from all teams involved. Great match. Stay tuned. We're going to end the stream just briefly to roll the credits and then come right back at you with the next match, which is going to be a great one between Orbit and Atlas Megacorp. So we'll be right back. Thanks for watching.